Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Hi. I have a few things I want to do today. Some of you have requested some of this stuff. So I'm hoping to do is teach you the alphabet of ASL. I'm also hoping to give you tips and talk to you guys a little bit about what ASL is as a language. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. Alright. First letter A. B. D. D. E. F. G. H. I. J. K. L. M. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. M has three fingers over your thumb. So you put your thumb here, and then you got three fingers covering the thumb. But for N, it's two. O. P. It's the same thing as the K, but it's upside down. P. Q. Same thing at the G, but you turn it down and it's Q. R, as if you're hoping for something. R, at. T, U, V. And this is what people sometimes mix up. U is together, two fingers together, and V is separate. Now W has three. At. So make a hook with your finger. At. At. Y. So Y and dead. It's a trait. Dead. And that is an alphabet. And if you couldn't catch up, feel free to pause and then try to copy. Most of them are pretty straightforward, but the one that I have to explain a little bit gets a little trickier. But follow my tips and you'll see how you can get better at learning ASL. Alright, and here are the tips that's going to help you learn ASL. Tip number 1, and that is probably the most important thing to do when you're learning a language. Practice. If it means getting a book, if you're a book learner, open a book and follow how they will tell you how to do it. Practice. If standing in front of a mirror and trying to talk to yourself, then A, B, D, D, E, F, G. But standing in the mirror, and that will help you out. And I like to further along you go learning ASL, there are other ways, but I'm going to stick to the basics here. But let me know if you want any tips on learning how to learn ASL in the advanced level. So just comment down below or message me on Instagram. I do have an Instagram account that I'm on very often. So message me there and let me know, and I'll see if I can do a video for the advanced learner, intermediate and advanced learners. Second tip, and it's not everyone is as lucky, but if you know someone who knows ASL or is fluent in ASL, talk to them. Immerse them, talk to them in ASL and emerge into the language, because You'll get them talking to you, and then you'll learn, and they will correct you whenever you make your mistake. But at any other language, once you get talking and using in your real life, you're gonna learn it a lot better. Trust me. So if you have someone in your life that you know that knows ASL, send them a message and go, "Hey, I would like to have a language session. Hit me up." I I often do that with some friends of mine. Whenever they ask me questions and I'm there helping them out, so I'm always giving them a little personal lesson here. This is what ASL is. But now it's more public now it's posted on YouTube. But that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is patient. Tip number 3, I will have to say, is patient. Some people will feel like giving up because it's not an easy language that a lot of people like to think it is. It's not. Trust me, it's not. It looks easy because, again, the people who know the sign language are using it and they do make it look easy, but it's not. So have patience when it comes to learning the language. It comes with any kind of language you're learning. So ASL requires the same kind of patience. And tip number 4 is knowing the difference between ASL and SEE, which I like to call CE, but ASL is American Sign Language, and SEE is where you sign completely in English and use the English grammar. I will tell you, not a lot of uh, like it, but if someone is learning it, we do tolerate it and try to correct it. But if you're learning ASL, avoid SEE. I'll show you the difference. In ASL, they hi, how are you? I'm fine. That's ASL. But if you're gonna sign in SEE, it's where hi, how are you? I am fine. You're signing every word that's in the English language, which we don't use at all. Because English, ASL has its own grammar structure and its own linguistic structure, so when it comes to their grammar, we don't follow the English written way. So avoid SEE if you're going to learn ASL. So when you learn it, if and after you start learning them, you can always Google website videos of like differences between them. But that's the best way to notice the difference. If someone is signing every English word like the is, the are, the but, the am, the little word that doesn't mean, because ASL is about doing a setting, and then and that I like to point the difference between ASL is not SEE. It's not the same thing. ASL, SEE, different. I always like to make sure that people know the difference. I do appreciate effort, but sometimes your messages aren't going to get across. So that's a big tip I like to tell people is practice, communicate, emerge into the language, have patience, and just know the difference between ASL and SEE. There are over 135 sign language around the world, but we're focusing on ASL here, and ASL is similar to like SEE, so we like to say that they're not the same thing. So now, if you want to know more about that, again, send me a message on my Instagram, and I'll take into notice. Now, I like to talk to you guys about ASL as a language because there's been an issue with Canada Disability Act that came out recently. A lot of people aren't happy that ASL isn't included in the Disability Act. I think it should be included in the Language Act. But again, ASL getting recognized as an official language, that's been a long battle and it's still ongoing. So it's not going to get fixed right away, but I think a lot of people are starting to recognize ASL as a language, which is yay. But ASL is the language. Again, I keep saying it. It has its own grammar structure. It has its own linguistic structure. It has its own rules. We have rules on how we use the language. Like English has its own rules when it comes to their writing and their speaking. French has its own rule. German has their own rule. Russian has their own rule. They may be like very similar in the spoken languages, especially Latin. But ASL is completely different. But it has its own rules, its own grammar structure. Refer to my last video. I did talk a little bit about that. But it is a language, and I like to point out that for the people that told me that it's not a language, it is, and you can always look it up if you don't believe me. But a lot of people use ASL. A lot of people use sign language in general because there's people that cannot talk. There's people that cannot hear. Sign language is a very visible language which help people know what's going on and help people communicate when they can't communicate verbally. So just because ASL is not spoken, it doesn't mean it's not a language. It is. It's just in a completely different way. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this video will help you out with alphabet for a beginning. Let me know what else you want to see. My Instagram will be up there, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.